Well, season 4 finale of the Gospelcast, and we're going to break our rule one final time. This guy today is not Gen Z, not even a little bit. His name is Tim Allen, Tallent. He's our first artist that we've had on the pod, and we're going to get into his stuff right after this. Welcome to the Faith to Faith Gospelcast, where we talk about all things related to God, faith, missions, leadership, side hustles, and what Jesus is doing in the next generation. I'm your host, Tommy Ashiro, and I want to welcome you to the program. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button and come back for a new episode each week. With all that said, let's jump into today's episode. Timothy Allen. Not to be confused with Tim Allen from Home Improvement.
Nope.
You know, the first time I heard of you, I was very confused because someone's like, "Oh, Tom, there's this guy you got to meet, Tim Allen," and I'm like, "Huh?" You know, like that.
Nobody
guy?
will get that rep. Most people.
We'll put it in there. We'll put it. I was confused though because that's the only reference I had to Tim Allen. They're like, "Oh no, there's a local Tim Allen," and I was like, "Oh really?" And then, yeah, because we were involved in the schools. You were doing some stuff in schools, and then I think Pastor Joe invited you to our church, and that's the first time I saw the amazing Gabe and Tim duo.
Young Nation Live.
How'd you know I forgot?
I didn't.
I didn't forget.
You didn't forget.
I didn't forget. It just.
I thought you were throwing me the alley-oop.
I was throwing you the alley-oop because I was like, I don't remember what it was. No, I do remember.
Yeah.
But now I remember fully. Young Nation Live, and tell me how you met Gabe, because like that you guys were. It reminded me of this band when I was in school called the Tribe Called Quest, secular band, but it was very vibey, not what I expected.
Yeah.
How'd you guys get together?
That's actually an interesting description of us, and a flattering one actually, because Tribe Called Quest, they're legendary for that sound. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's not sharing too much information, but Fife Dog's dad went to my first church in New London.
Really?
He recently moved out of New London, but he lived up here for years.
Oh, really?
Fife Dog's dad. Yep, his real dad.
Didn't know that.
Yep. But so me and Gabe, we were Young Nation Live. We're still great friends. Yeah. We still do music, but we don't do music under Young Nation Live anymore. But we met.
Who gets your masters?
We still get it. It's
okay.
DistroKid. Whatever. The streams, they still come in. We'll split them if we get them.
Okay.
But so he knew of me from doing music in the New London County scene, New London, Connecticut, and he was doing it as well. Not as heavy as I was doing it at the time. He was like watching from a distance, and then I think I liked one of his songs on Facebook. You know, Facebook, you can be friends with somebody and you barely know them.
Yeah.
I know that's nobody watching this, but for me, sometimes I do accept a friend request and I barely know him. So Gabe and I were friends on Facebook. I liked one of his songs, and he felt that was an opening to reach out to me to do a feature.
Cool.
I said yes to the feature.
And you're New London, he's Norwich, right? Or no?
We were both New London County.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's from New London, but he wasn't living in New London. I'm not from New London, but I was working in New London.
Right.
And doing a lot of music in New London.
Right.
And so we did the feature together. I was Christian at the time for about 2 years, baby Christian. He was falling away. He grew up Christian, but was not in his walk at that time. My verse was very Christian. His was like soulful. And the words that God put on my heart for the rap, like really witnessed to Gabe. And he, from that point, has been back with the Lord.
So there was one track that put it together for you guys.
Yeah.
What's the name of this track?
Oh, Grapefruit Troop.
Do you have it?
Jeez, I could pull it up. Yeah,
pull it up. I
can pull it up quickly.
We'll show like the hook of this thing.
Yeah.
You know. So you guys got together to collaborate, and
he paid me too.
Oh, really?
Yep. He's like, I'll pay you for the feature, and I was like, let's go. I would have done it off of the connection.
Oh, that's really.
And he actually paid me for it.
That's cool. Did he have a studio on, or did you have something set up and you brought him into yours?
No, that's a good question. He went to somebody he would go to, and I had my own setup.
Okay.
But once we started connecting after that, we would always record it in my basement, at my studio at my old house.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right.
Let's play it?
Yeah, I want to see it. Yeah. All right, so Tim, set this thing up for us.
So this is called Grapefruit Troop. And Gabe's one of his favorite artists was Nas, and this is a Nas song.
Yeah.
So he did his own rendition of it and invited me onto it, and I'm on the third verse. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I really like the record scratching.
Yeah.
Sound in the background.
It's a thing.
Let's hear it.
Lo-fi.
I'm not a rich man, but I got these dreams like an anomaly, possibly audibly hearing voices that coming out of me. Oppression leads me to question my self-reflection, infection of my cerebral. I'm asking God for a blessing, telling me he don't hear you. Put them voices to rest, man, and say goodbye to the yes men. I'm looking for the real, spit a 4-bar Friday in hopes I get a deal, but I'm telling you these words not work.
This is the first time we've tried to do music while we're doing the thing.
Well, you did say I'm the first artist.
You are the first artist, and we've never tried to have some music. That's cool. That's very cool. Maybe you can fast forward it to the part where Tim is on there.
This is my part.
Thank you, Nas. I hope I'll be a great like you.
Oh, he said thank you, Nas.
Battle on the front of the line.
You sound so young.
They've been flooded with crime. Wasted many years
Gen Z.
thinking I had nothing but
How old
time.
were you in
Couldn't
this?
see the big picture. I was colorblind.
Like 29?
Many
Oh, wow.
asleep and many people awoken. Many men called, but very few get chosen. I picked up the phone and lo and behold, the mighty most called me, and this what he told me. A lot of rappers disrespecting the game. That's why I had to take you from the secular lane. This thing way bigger than some checks or some fame. Each breath should be to bless me and my name. I said bet, then I took it in stride. I don't rock with the industry, I'm sick of the lies. They wouldn't know the truth if he died on the cross. Came back for the souls that are lost, so I'ma tell them.
Yeah, I'm stumbling, hustling, trying to make
All right,
it
fade
out.
this out.
I got my back to the fire.
Very
but
cool.
never melt the style. I put the
Yeah, I know that you did independent stuff before this too, because I found it. You still have it out there. It's filthy music.
I think I've recently taken it down.
Maybe we'll see. I'm gonna look for it again.
Shout out to TuneCore for leaving it up there for a lifetime of pennies.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think I officially took it down.
So you did your own thing. You've been interested in music all along, right?
Forever, since high school, trying to make it into making music since high school. Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you the interesting thing about hip hop is, a lot of it, you're sampling sounds from other places, or you're maybe collaborating with some other artist who's making it for you.
Yeah.
Where do you get your tracks from?
Yeah. I used to make the beats. We call them the beats. I used to produce. But I couldn't get the quality that I wanted from me just teaching myself, being self-taught. And I had some decent sounds, but since I'm writing and rapping and engineering and doing all the things, it was just more time saving to reach out to people. So YouTube producers, producers that I met doing music, like local people, or just making connections.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'll buy them from online.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you and Gabe, you get together. He made that track though, right?
He did. He made that track, yeah.
He made that track, and you guys did that. It's kind of your way to pull him into the Lord. And did you guys start having conversations about being Young Nation Live after that, or what?
Yeah, because that was September of 2017.
Wow.
So we started probably by the end of 2017, November, December, into 2018. By 2018, we're planning out an LLC and everything. We were locked in by early 2018.
We met in 2018?
We met in the summer of 2018.
Wow.
So yeah.
So I've almost known you 10 years now. 8 years, dang.
I know, right?
Jeez, time flies by.
I'm just flying.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So you guys started making music together. What was the vision? What were you guys hoping to achieve?
That's a good question. We wanted to reach as many people as possible, and we wanted to witness through our music. We were really scriptural. Script hop was a term that Gabe coined, scriptural hip hop. So we really wanted to evangelize through hip hop.
Oh, cool.
And go wherever it took us. Like 2018, 2019, we were doing a lot of shows.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How far away did you travel?
The furthest was New Jersey.
Okay.
We connected with our brother Matthias and his evangelistic ministry. Went out to New Jersey.
Okay.
I want to say Rhode Island and just like different parts of Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's not true. We went out to Chicago. The same year you and I went to Wisconsin or Michigan. Where did we go?
Minnesota.
That place. Same year we went to Minnesota. The previous month we went to Chicago to do some Young Nation Live.
Cool.
And that was actually like the final hoorah. No, not planned, but that was like the last thing we did.
Why did it come to an end? Why did you guys decide to stop?
Partially me. I had like some projects and styles I wanted, and like I had some projects I wanted to work on solo that I kind of put on the back burner, and Gabe was in agreement because he also had some projects that he wanted to pursue solo. And at the time, I want to say Gabe had his first son, I had my second, and we weren't able to connect 50-50 like we did at first on all the projects, and we were just being pulled in too many different directions. So it fizzled out. But our friendship remained strong. It's only grown stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of all the different songs that you did, what was the main song that
with Gabe?
Of all of them, what was the
like with Gabe and I?
Yeah, where you have a music video and stuff. Do you have
probably co-heirs to the throne.
Yeah, pull that up. I know that.
Pull it up.
Song. I know that song.
Although I like Echoes better.
Yeah.
But Co-Heirs was the most successful with minimal promotion. But you want me to pull it up? And
yeah, pull it up. I want to remind myself. I remember it.
Yeah.
I can remember hearing pieces of it in my head.
That's interesting. The producer is named Russ B. Cool from Rhode Island. I know him from college. He made this beat.
Yo, they say it's not what, but it's who you know. The Holy Spirit with you everywhere you go. He gon' have you shining, walking with that glow. Co-heirs to the throne, Jesus is my bro. 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 You can catch me at a cookout in the summer, I be grilling with the Bible.
Yeah, that's cool. That brings back memories. How many streams or downloads, listens?
Don't worry about that.
Why? It's not.
No, 1.3 thousand.
That's cool. That's good.
Cool. Yeah. The thing is, we never knew how to market. We never invested in marketing like we should.
Yeah.
It took me a while to realize algorithm just doesn't work for you. You got to make it work. Either like posting every day or paying for promotion.
Yeah. Right.
It doesn't just catch.
Right. Yeah, that's very cool. Now you're making your own stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so I just make music under me, Tim Tallent. Just recently, I have kind of rebranded. So like since Gabe and I stopped, I was still making music, and we had some projects we never released. And I had some stuff written that I wanted to finish, and I finally, at the end of 2025, finished like all those projects from years ago with kind of where Gabe and I stopped, and I kept going. Finished all those projects, put them out on Bandcamp first. One project's called Child of God 2, because I did a Child of God 1 back when I was with Gabe, with Young Nation Live. And I did another project called Just a Vessel. Basically 26 songs that I had been working on for a few years, and I released them. Just to put them out there and say that chapter was like done. So now that those are out, it's like the rebranding phase where I'm really honing in on my audience, like discovering who my audience is. And I realized it's people like Gabe, which is full circle. And I'm glad you brought that up, because my audience is people like Gabe, people who were seeking God. And then also people who know God but are ready to strengthen their walk, which theoretically should be any believer should want to strengthen their walk. But it's basically, I've narrowed it down to people who feel that tug from God, either to come into the kingdom or to go higher in the kingdom. So that's like who I'm aiming at with my music. And it's anthemic, like stadium type music that I'm going for, which is nothing like new for me. But if you only listened to Young Nation Live, it might sound unfamiliar because Young Nation Live was like a lot of what you said, soulful, Tribe Called Quest, chill, boom bap.
Right,
but I used to do a lot of pretty hyped, energetic music.
Right.
For all the wrong reasons. So that I have that in me, and I like that style too.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at right now, like this motivational, but still gospel rooted, and you're still gonna hear scripture, you're still gonna hear Jesus, but it's a different type of energy, for sure. And like I said, my audience is those people that God is tugging on.
Well, let's hear a track of what it sounds like now.
Okay.
Send it over to Josiah and let's.
Yeah, my most current single is called "Ready to Go."
Is it a video or is it?
It's still audio. This is like brand new in the making. So all the other pieces of content are coming, but I figured that's like my most recent piece of content.
Yep.
We ready to go. Trained as a child, now we grown. Been through the fire like gold.
It is different.
He's been refining my soul.
It's more like trap. Once you hear the drums, no more of the boom bap.
Wow.
It was never luck. Only God's timing. You should never rush. Love, joy, peace, patience, etc. Now I can run to the Father and know that He'll welcome me in with a hug. And all of my sins
Wow, it's
forgiven
very
and
different.
covered because of the blood. Now I can say no to the drugs. Goodbye to the man that I was. Both of my hands been scrubbed. They ready for praise.
The kids like this, so this is what the kids are making.
I'm not in my feelings. I'm speaking the facts.
I'll tell you more another story after.
First
But
he died, then he was raised. He the only way to be saved. As a young and learned about faith. Time to tell the world of His grace. Stand up.
Yeah.
Man, guys, time to stand up.
Future artists that we have, we're gonna hear sounds like this again.
yeah,
If you not
I want to say this was like my go-to sound from prior to being saved. This might have been my go-to sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's so full circle.
been through the fire like gold.
You want fade? Yeah, appreciate it.
Okay.
Fitting it out in the track so you guys can
Oh, okay. Cool. That's great.
Perfect.
We both were like, cool.
Yeah, like hard raps,
Yeah.
melodic choruses, heavy beat. Well, that was like my style before
Okay.
Gabe, actually.
Yeah, interesting.
Or probably before being saved, it was my style.
Interesting because I only knew you during the Gabe era. So
You
it's
only
like,
knew me
oh,
during
wow.
the saved era.
Yeah, it's true.
I wasn't always saved, actually.
Yeah,
folks.
I know. I did hear those original tracks. I was like,
yeah, you're
what? The? Tim, you still got this out there?
I apologize
It's crazy.
to your ears.
It was pretty tough.
I'll give you a full disclosure. Every now and then I listen to my to my old music. Not for edification, more for technical
Definitely not
studying the
edification.
playbook. You know what to do, what not to do, what
Gotcha.
sounded good, what didn't
Yeah,
sound good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to
and
the
just to
early
see
years.
where I came from. I don't
All
know
right.
what the benefit is from it, but sometimes I look back to some.
Let's go back to when you were before you were a Christian. Give us a
Okay, viewer discretion.
give us a
advised.
snapshot of what life was like back then.
Well, it would be from college, that era, college to early young adulthood. So if you can remember not being saved, and if you were around the college age, I was doing all those things.
So, were you from a Christian household or?
No,
Okay.
not explicitly Christian. Just, I would say believers, pray before dinner, pray before bed. Jesus is the reason for Christmas, but we didn't go to church.
Okay.
We didn't read the Bible.
Yep.
Nothing even close to what you would think is a spiritual discipline.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you grew up around here. So would you play? You played football too, right?
Yeah, at East Lyme High School and
East
then
Lyme.
University of Rhode Island.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
University of Rhode Island.
yeah.
That's a big party school.
And there's where my music
Okay,
came
let's
from.
talk
So
about
that's
it. Let's
it.
talk
Yeah,
about it.
I mean, party, club,
Okay.
chasing all the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, and everything that was on my heart was what I was chasing after. And being such a big music fan, you see anything about secular hip hop, that's all they promote. I never got into like the violent side of hip hop and no like gang stuff or nothing like that. But the other lust and party lifestyle that hip hop promoted was what I was in and what I wanted more of, and what I thought the music would fit into. Like I thought, I loved music regardless, but by me doing music, I thought would just made sense for the life I wanted to live, the life they're living, the life that was fun to me. All destructive, but that's what I was being like manipulated into thinking was the right way to go.
Did you meet your wife in college or no?
She went to the same college as me.
Okay.
I seen her from afar.
She from Rhode Island?
She's from Rhode Island. I seen her from afar. Okay. Shout out to my wife, Tristan. I seen her from afar. She seen me from afar. That's it. Then I graduated, went back to Providence just for a performance with my boy. And yeah, for a performance, a music performance. And when we got off stage, I seen her. And I remembered her from school. So we went to go dance with her. And got her number and seen her at the club the next day in Connecticut, which we were like, this must be meant to be. So we started more or less dating from that point on. After college, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
And still not a Christian yet?
Still not a Christian yet.
Okay.
It would be 5 more years.
5 years out of college before you became a Christian?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. So
maybe like four and some change.
What did you major in college?
Human development and family studies.
Okay. And then right out of college, what kind of work were you doing?
School. I was in the schools doing like after school programs.
Yep.
Yeah, from instructor to coordinator.
Yep.
Yeah, after school programs.
And you pretty much, I mean, you've done that pretty much through and through. When I met you, you were doing stuff like that.
Yeah. It was just like my boy threw me the alley-oop. I took the job, and once you get in schools and that type of work, there's always work. If you're a halfway decent person, there's always work for you, and there's always room to grow. And so I just fit in that real seamlessly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And making music in the background.
And making music because it was easy work.
Sure.
And the schedule wise, like doing after school, you're working second half of the day, so you sleep in, which means I could stay up late, which means so I could do my thing. At that time, I also started DJing.
Right.
So not only were we doing shows, I would DJ, and so I was doing like I had a studio, my first studio downtown New London.
Okay.
Paying $500 a month, for what now would probably cost
a lot,
something, at least probably $2,500 for the same spot.
Wow.
Yeah, and we like customized it and everything, made a beautiful booth, lounge area.
Wow.
Control room, fire, but just all for the wrong reasons. It was a great learning experience because I would record other artists.
Yeah.
I met Curtis Goodwin, shout out to him.
Oh yeah.
And the talent show people, they would come and record with me.
Oh wow.
So it was a special time, but it was just all for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Now, I mean, you've always, since I've known you, and I've only known you as a Christian, but you've always been really into mentoring and things like that. Were you into it back then too, even though you weren't, didn't have a motivation, kingdom motivation?
I would say it kind of fell into my lap the more I just started working with kids.
Yeah.
Just the way they gravitated towards me. Because I'm still the type who, if I work with you, it's not, hey, the program's over, you graduated, or the season's over, and we don't know each other anymore. If I see you, it's still love. I'll follow you on social media, connect with people. So anybody who's really gravitated towards me, I stay connected. And like any one of my students to this day can reach out, and I'll help them to the best of my ability.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can kind of imagine you, pulling kids into the studio. Hey, come on, let's do some stuff. Or if someone had some talent.
My supervisor once called me. What'd she call me? Like a new Tupac, just as far as the like the spiritual, because you know how people who aren't saved, they call anything like holy, they just call it spiritual. It's like you're like the new Tupac, spiritual and community based, wholesome, whatever. But then again, if you know Tupac, he wasn't always wholesome.
Yeah.
But either way, I thought that was a compliment.
Don't talk to me like that, Joseph. No, it's time for a break. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, my name is Desmond Henry, and it's a joy to serve as the director of the Global Network of Evangelists. At GNE, we're all about creating communities of evangelists that are committed to completing the Great Commission together. And we're inviting you to be a part of one of the incredible collaborative opportunities in 2026. Sign up on evangelist.global/BGNE and be a part of what God is doing around the world.
So we're back and we're talking with Tim Allen. Tim Allen Tallent. How do you do that?
All of it.
All of those things. I was going to tell you right before we took a break, so I'll tell you now.
Let's go.
I actually goofed around with hip hop as a teenager a little bit, performed a little bit too.
Come on now.
I don't really want to relive any of those days, but in 2011 when we were doing radio, me and the studio team, we put together a track.
Let's go.
As a commercial.
Were you saved in the teenage years when you were doing music? Or was it like Christian type music?
I got saved when I was 16, so yes.
Yeah.
I would say there was a time where before that, no. But when I started performing, it was like youth rallies and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
But this is a commercial from my radio days, advertising our radio show. But we decided, the three of us, we'd make it a hip hop track.
Is it just so there's three of you on there?
All three of us.
Let me try to.
All right, let's see.
Yeah. I want to know. I want to guess.
Fire it up.
I want to guess which one's you.
Oh yeah. Time to bomb in the house. I'm gonna drop it for you like it's hot. One time. Here we go. Come on now. There's a void in my life, yo. Since I canceled real life radio. And I'm missing all my homies in the studio. Until I met Scott and Kelly, who represented my flow. Right here on WCSC 100.1, 94.9, 107.3 FM.
Come on now.
Spark the dark.
I think we had a glass of wine or something. It was late at night.
Come on, like, a little communion.
Let's do. I was like, let's spin up a track and make a commercial. Right
Was that a freestyle?
It was a freestyle.
Okay.
It was just like we're goofing off.
Played, cue the clapping sound. But no,
did you like it?
I like it even more too. I thought like they probably freestyled that.
Yeah,
but
we were goofing off late at night.
Hey, not a lot of people know freestyling, live, recording it, and being smooth. It's actually a gift. So you did that.
I don't do half the crazy things I used to do, but anyway, there was a moment. I really don't want to go down memory lane because like now the memories are starting coming. I'm like, nah, I don't want to talk about any of these things.
That was still you though. But, all the things we love about you, like obviously the personality, but the personality and the flow too, the passion for
just
music and all this tech. Yeah,
having
that's
fun,
you.
goofing off.
Yeah,
and the two people, Kyle did the show with us too. Kyle Duba was the tech guy on that
show.
Yeah,
Kyle, Poland Kyle.
Yeah. What? So in those days, he was just coming out of high school.
So you guys been connected for?
Oh yeah, he's worked for me
time.
his entire adult life.
Oh wow,
he's been with me 15 years now.
This radio show, was it Faith to Faith?
Mm-hmm. It was called Mission and Music Radio, and we would feature music missionaries. And so
did this Faith to Faith predate Life Facts?
Yeah, big time. Oh. Faith to Faith is 25 years old this year.
I think I thought you branched Faith to Faith from Life Facts.
No, Faith to Faith's been around since 2001.
It was
there's been so many iterations.
Started by you.
Started by me when I was 19 years old.
Sheesh.
So there's been a lot of iterations of Faith to Faith, and I'd like to think we get better as time goes on.
100%.
But
sometimes getting better is huge. But the other thing is just enduring. Keep going.
Yeah, from my perspective,
faithful,
if
right?
you rewind the clock all the way back to 2001, as a 19-year-old, I led a British girl who would become my first wife to Christ and founded the ministry on her conversion. So
through radio?
Boom. Nope, just I led her to Christ. Boom. And then I was like, we're going to start a ministry. And it started with her testimony.
Oh,
and I just kept going.
That was the. See, I didn't know all
and
that.
I just kept going from there. So
wow.
Yeah, so
Tom
I mean,
the bomb.
Yeah, and back then, Faith to Faith was really just me playing guitar, going to churches, doing a service.
Can you still play?
Oh yeah,
I've never seen you play.
Really?
Can we do a song? Can you play
Remember the day I showed you that I could play guitar? You were completely shocked. You pull your mic up. He 3D prints instruments. This guy.
That work instruments that work.
Jomo does. Yeah. And so you had 3D printed electric guitar, right?
Yeah.
What? Talk about that. You can talk. Go.
So I 3D printed a semi-hollow guitar. It was like bright blue.
Really
and
cool.
Tom came to pick me up for something. And I was like, "Oh, have I shown you my latest project?" He's like, "Wait a minute, let me try that." So I pull out my amp and I plug it in, and he starts like playing Mission Impossible.
What?
Metallica, all that stuff. I know he didn't know. I've got a lot of secret
I have so
talents.
many questions.
I'll show you after. I'll show you video after.
Oh, you have a video of it?
Yeah, I posted on my story.
Oh, let's put that right here.
Can
Drop
we
it right here in the track.
do a song together?
Maybe.
Thank you. Y'all hit it first. Comment if Tom and I should do a song together.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean non-committal, but like maybe. Yeah, I mean I was pretty
with the 3D printed guitar.
You know what? Let's actually talk about this because 2001 I start Faith to Faith, and before I went all in on preaching, I was really into music. And in Bible college, I'd hooked up with these two other guys named Paul and Mitch, and we formed a boy band called Prodigal. Nice. And actually, it was good. We can actually play that track here. We'll play a piece of that track right here. It was very much in the style of Christian music at that point in time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Christian boy bands, Jars of Clay, even Chris Tomlin was been doing his thing for forever.
Yeah.
And in that era, you just had a lot of CCM, folky, guitar-y.
Yeah.
So anyway, we did this whole boy band with guitars thing.
Who was the lead singer?
This guy Mitch. He was incredible, and he had this 4-track, dude. You would appreciate this. Okay, so this 4-track ran off mini discs, and it was a big deal to be able to take mini disc and drop and do individual channels. 4 tracks. You know, now on a computer you can do all this stuff. So if we wanted more than 4 tracks, we'd put 4 tracks on the mini disc, pop it out, do another 4 tracks, pop it out. Then we'd like start moving them over and layering.
Yeah.
So we have 8, 12, whatever. Yep. So he had this 4-track. It was 4 tracks, and it was portable at the time. It was like half the size of this desk. But we'd drag it to shows, and we'd record. We'd set up our own studio because we could record things, but we could also play additional tracks live. So when we experimented with layering and stuff like that. So we'd layer the harmonies and other tracks that we didn't have in the band. We'd layer that stuff in live while we were performing.
That's fine.
And it was, in 2001, 2002,
no, that's
2003, we were
a lot harder. It's a lot harder to do that,
and without digital. This is pre-digital, so
a lot less room for error too.
The
right?
beginning of digital, for sure. Yeah, I guess we're going big time down memory road with all this stuff. But basically, my first 2 years of Bible college, I was definitely into the arts. I was touring with a band. I wasn't in the band, but I was doing their engineering, and I was also doing mid-concert entertainment. We'll leave that alone. We'll leave that alone.
Part 2.
But I was touring all over the country. My first couple of years of college, like every weekend we were in a different city doing stuff. They paid me pretty good to do it, and I think I still had a lot of interest in music, and I was studying Bible. Mm-hmm. But I definitely distinctly remember a moment in time where it was like, okay, I'm pursuing the band stuff with Prodigal. I do love preaching. I love playing my guitar. I love preaching. And I was like, but you can only really be excellent at one thing. Yeah. I just remember it was probably sophomore or junior year, and even the band was probably starting to break down, and we didn't even get off the ground yet. Like there was a few label type people, because back in those days it was all about getting signed.
Right, right.
And we knew some people, and we were going to try and set up a little showcase thing.
Yeah.
Show off what we could do. It just...
You weren't feeling it? Wasn't feeling
all
right?
All three of us were talented in different ways. And I played the instruments. That was sort of my main thing. I did a little singing, but I wasn't as good of a singer as the other two guys. The other two guys were amazing singers, like incredible singers. But we all brought something to the table for sure. And when we made music together, and most of the songs I wrote, so they were performing my stuff. So you know what I mean? So
you still got those songs?
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll play some pieces.
And the cycle continues. We're trapped in the darkness. Every moment that passes, I wonder what love is this. So I will daily die to have your anointing, and I will testify to your appointing. When you come a sky, Father, tell me the story, that I'll be raised on high with you in glory. I'm not worthy.
I do remember being disappointed in the guys and just our ability to focus, as creatives do. Every time a new creative person came on the scene, it was either a new member of the band or it was another group forming. And I just felt like we couldn't focus. And I just thought, man, I don't know if I'm going to give my life and my energy and my talent, my creativity, something, it's going to have to be the gospel. I'm going to have to focus now.
It's so hard to coordinate with other people, something that you're passionate about, and getting equal contribution from everybody.
Well, even
it's
now
hard.
in this era of faith to faith, it's still that way.
Yeah.
People coming and going, people having their own vision for things, and just holding it all loosely. And when people are with you, and then going all in with them, and when people are ready to go, letting them go.
Yeah.
And but I do remember, like, as a young person coming to that moment of decision and going, man, it's just the gospel. That's it. I mean, I want my ministry. So at the time, Faith to Faith, I want it to be flexible so I can pursue all of my whims.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, as a 21-year-old, you know, guy, I was 19 when I founded Faith to Faith, but 21 by the time I started getting speaking engagements and playing at churches and things like that. It was like,
were they booking you or the band?
No, me.
Yeah,
me.
For the speaking engagements and to play.
I was doing it here and in Europe. I was
wow.
going back and forth and doing that thing. And
how did they find you?
I was finding them. I'm just you know, just like you. I'm a hustler. I get out there. I make stuff happen. So I would do my evangelism meetings. I would play some music sometimes to hype the crowd before I'd preach.
Yeah.
But I just knew that, and you know, as time's gone on and the ministry has changed, season after season, that kind of grounding myself in the gospel and saying, hey, this is really the main thing. We want to see people come to the Lord. Yeah. That's kind of been like my North Star, and I just have allowed that to pull me into the future. That one thought. But the mission evolves and it gets more mature as time goes on. And so I still remember the original Faith to Faith mission statement, which was Faith to Faith is doing media, missions, music, and meetings. Meetings was like preaching meetings. So it was the mission statement pretty much was a vehicle for me to do all the things I wanted to do.
Everything you're passionate about.
Yeah. And now if you look at the Faith to Faith mission statement today, it has nothing to do with me and everything to do with what we want to see happen in the community. Faith to Faith Ministries is spreading the gospel through youth-centered, community-based outreach in partnership with the church. So that's the mission statement 25 years later. Yeah. So it starts with a singular guy having a mission to go and do personally. To now having a mission for what we want to see happen in the
singular
world.
guy with all your talents and passions that lead and get streamlined to where you're at today,
which is now like
much bigger.
How do you serve the community? But it's the coin had to flip over from what I bring to the table and what I think I can do for the world to what are we actually doing for the world? You know what I'm saying? And that's
for sure
the maturity of the mission and vision to come to that place. And And it's interesting because when I think about leadership, and I was just talking to a young leader about this yesterday, is there's sort of two kinds of people in the world. There's people who are high achievers. I think you're a high achiever, Tim. Like, you make things happen. Yeah. You get something in your mind, and you start to rock and make it work.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I receive it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think a lot of people who are working in an inner city context, I know you were an inner city kid. Like, you lived in East Lyme. If you're local to Connecticut.
Salem, actually.
Yeah, okay, Salem.
Worse.
But you went to East Lyme High School, which is not exactly inner city.
No, it's not a city.
Right? But working in New London, working in Norwich.
Yeah.
You know, culturally are rubbing up against. I grew up in Willimantic, which is pretty urban-esque.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's not a lot of funds available, so you sort of grind it out and make it happen.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's kind of the street mentality is, well, I don't have any money, but I have a dream. Yeah. So I'm just going to rock and grind until something happens.
Yeah.
So if you are, you know, of that mentality, the kids like to talk about having the mentality, right? Having that mentality and alpha focus and all these things where you're like moving towards a goal, going for it. Leadership is not that. At least leading others.
Yeah.
Self-leadership is certainly that.
Right.
But
self-ambition.
Yeah, I would draw a line between people who are leaders and people who are achievers. I draw a line in the sand between the two. Achievers are usually the first ones to make it happen, first ones through the door.
Yeah.
Go. And they don't have time necessarily for silly things, extra things, even people. They cut them out. They move towards the goal relentlessly. But leaders are different because leaders are about the development of a culture and a people. And a lot of times leaders, they're holding the door for everybody else. They're not running through the door. They're opening the door, allowing everybody else to participate, and they go through last.
Yeah.
So it's a different speed. It's a different vibe. And in 25 years of ministry, I've had to learn how to change gears. And it was a hard change because when you don't have a lot of money, there's like first gear and there's fifth gear. So it's, I got to make this happen. And then it's like, oh, I got people coming with me. Oh.
Yeah.
No in between gears.
Yeah.
You know?
That
So
makes sense.
Being an achiever, being a leader, as far as I go, when we talk about music and mission and evangelism, learning to be in ministry, it's taken many years to figure out where the other gears were.
Yeah.
So that I could still make things happen and push things forward for my own personal thing inside of me that wants to see it happen.
Yeah.
But then slowing down a beat to let everybody else go with me.
Right.
And as I get older,
come with you. Yeah.
Yeah, as I get older, you naturally start to slow.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you a better leader.
Yeah.
So when you're young, you're supposed to run.
Yeah,
I think
sprint.
that's the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, run, use that energy.
Yeah.
Try those things out, do those ideas. So let's come back down to your mid to late 20s where you're partying.
Early 20s.
Oh, it is? You're done with college?
Early to mid.
Okay, because you're done with college. You said you were 5 years out. So I was kinda...
so like I got married. So mid 20s, I was pursuing music as hard as I thought I could, and it was like getting into different parts of music that wasn't like my main focus. Like my main focus would have been making my own songs. It turned into like making songs for radio or making songs for film and TV, which is great. Much greater if you know how to produce and play, which I don't. So I would have to make hip hop songs that would work for that. So I'm like trying to fit a mold on my own. This is before the Lord. It was either that, and then I found this manager guy who he just liked my style and had a little bit of experience with marketing, but it was definitely not the lane that I should have gone, and it wasn't beneficial. So it wasn't beneficial for either of us. So neither me trying to fit into those molds worked. Thank God I was invited to a church service in Ledyard, Connecticut, from a friend of mine and we're both in the world, just worldly as can be. But he invites me to a church service because he grew up in the church and his friend was preaching. So that's why he invited me. Mind you, again, he's a believer, but he's in the world just as much as me.
Is this New Life?
Yep. Okay. So we go there. There's an evangelist preaching that day. And I go and I receive the Lord.
Is this your friend Matthias?
Yep.
Or whatever?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Matthias. And I received the Lord. And thankfully, because Matthias is friends with my friend, now we're all connected. So he teaches us. He taught us how to pray, taught us how to read the Bible.
Where is Matthias out of?
He's Dominican. And at some point he came to New London, Connecticut. But he did his, I want to say middle school and definitely high school in New London, Connecticut.
Really?
Yeah, yep.
Where is he based now?
They live in Terryville, Bristol area, Connecticut.
Okay. So they're still in the state. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For a while they were in Jersey, but his headquarters now is in Connecticut.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So yeah, I received the Lord. I got discipled, and shortly after, that was 2015. Shortly after, I got married.
Did you go to that church initially? This church?
No, that was just invited. I went to a church, Miracle Temple Church.
Oh yeah.
In New London.
Is that where Rajay Davis went?
Yeah. Yep. He was there. And,
I went to middle school with Rajay.
Did you?
He started off at Kramer Middle School in Willimantic.
Oh, for real? Oh, that's
6th grade
I did
only.
not know that.
6th grade, maybe 7th grade. I don't know. But then he bounced and went down to New London and then finished out with you guys. But
okay.
I remember doing, you have to do that 8-minute mile or whatever as a middle schooler. Or whatever it is.
They did. They did.
Yeah,
make you do that.
and we would walk down to a baseball field, and I remember we'd all during gym class have to do the mile thing.
Yeah.
And Rajay would be like doing this around all of us. Rajay played baseball, Major League Baseball,
probably for
He's from New
15
London.
years.
Yeah,
at least a 15-year career, maybe longer.
He won a World Series, right? And then put Crown Pizza, or at least made it to the World Series and put Crown Pizza on the map. Because after he wore the hat, at the World Series, Crown Pizza blew up. Google it.
Run in the playoffs.
Google it. Rajay Davis. Rajai. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Rajay was really good friends with Matthias.
Oh yeah.
And Rajay discipled me as well for a little while
way.
early in my walk. Yeah.
Man, I'd love to see that guy again. I haven't.
He's
even
in East Lyme, Connecticut,
really?
doing his things.
Wow.
Putting his business out there, but he's doing his thing.
Do you see him around still?
Occasionally, like when people will do different community forums and things where they bring men together.
Wow.
He'll pop out. But, he's got young kids, so he's pretty invested in them right now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But he's a great dude. Shout out to Rajay.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So I got saved and I got married.
You got saved, married. Now, Tristan, did she come kicking and screaming through that, or how did that work out for her?
For like dealing with me?
Yeah, you got saved, but she didn't sign up for that.
Yeah, well, she signed up for the best version of me, which I wasn't for a while. So she was she's like eternally grateful for the transformation that she's seen.
Really?
She's like, she always tells people about pre-saved Tim to now. And
wow.
Like how much she just trusts me through and through. And she's seen the real transformation, like her and my closest friends. And
how about her faith?
My siblings.
Was she a Christian before?
No, they grew up Catholic, but not even like. Okay. Well, her dad Christian, mom side Catholic, but not really going to the church or none of that.
Yeah.
Pretty trying upbringing for her, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
But so she didn't have no faith, but me growing. She's grown.
She's followed
with
you.
me. Yeah,
followed you in it.
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
And we're still growing.
What was the thing that Matthias said that drew you in and made
it was
you
the
think?
Spirit of God. It was nothing. He had an altar call, which is always great.
So he just.
But it wasn't the first
good?
time I received the Lord.
Oh, okay.
It was the third.
Oh, really?
Once
was
they
say it takes 7 times before
really?
It really takes. Yeah.
Well, once was kind of on my own. Somebody had jacked me in the Stop and Shop in high school. Told me to take this card home and pray. Okay. And I was like, okay, did it, prayed, received the Lord. Saved. I don't know. In college, I had a good friend of mine, my teammate. He had his very first, he would always do Bible study, and I would go just off of being friends with him, but the Spirit drawing me. I didn't know what was happening. But I would go to the Bible studies, and when he had his first preaching, I guess, he, he shared the word, did an altar call, I received the Lord.
Let's go.
And then he graduated, I graduated, and that was it.
Man, what a great way to what a great story. I love that.
Yeah.
And you've been faithful since then.
Well, those are like seeds. That you know, because after college I was in the world. Nobody discipled
No, I
me.
mean from Matthias on.
Yes,
from Matthias on.
But the key part was I was able to stick. He's in proximity he had the intentionality to disciple me. Taught us how to read, taught us how to pray. It wouldn't let you go because in the previous times, got saved, Bible study, whatever, and just go back to the world. No accountability, no teaching, no training, nobody holding my hand. Sometimes you got to get your hand held.
And you've been faithful in it. We've done all kinds of things together. You were part of the first cohort of Pulse 100, although you didn't finish the year, but you were in there. You were there with me. You also have been a part of loads of faith-to-faith events and youth group stuff all over the area. Yeah. So it's really cool to kind of hear that backstory and talk music, talk shop a little bit. Yeah. I think probably to close out, we'll play this other song you mentioned. Is it a music video or is it just a song? The one that you said from Young Nation Live. We'll bring it back.
That one's a video. All
right, we're going to play the video. Boom. It's close. Before we go, though, all your socials and stuff, put it up.
Yeah. Tim Tallent Music. And Tallent is with 2 L's because it has my last name in the middle of it.
Okay.
So Tim Tallent Music. TikTok for sure. YouTube for sure.
Okay.
Check those out and connect. And I really feel that I'm just getting started. Like I said, I found my audience and I'm excited. I got new skills, new people around me giving me direction. Cool. And I just feel like God's not done. He's never done. And I'm excited for what's next. So anybody who has been like tuning in, they're probably seeing a lot of intentional movement and movement forward. And I'm grateful for everybody who's coming along, supporting, and just being blessed by it. I'm often affirmed by that God is working in me by the reaction and the impact I'm having on the people listening and seeing me do my thing. So
man, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you are the first artist that we've had on this show. Also older too, but millennial.
What comes before Z? No, second.
You're millennial.
I'm a millennial.
Yeah, for sure. So tell us about this track. This song is called what? We're gonna play the whole.
The song is called
video.
Echoes.
Okay.
It is a testimony and a praise. What do you call it? Praise? A praise.
Yeah, praise.
Praise and testimony. It's like praise and testimony. Yeah. One thing about Gabe and I, we would always do a lot of testimony when we'd rap. But this song is about in everything give thanks to the Lord, which is one of my favorite scriptures from the 1 Thessalonians 5:18, I believe. In everything give thanks to the Lord, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus. Cool. That's where the inspiration for the song comes.
All right, so this is Echoes. Thanks for coming today,
Tom.
Tallent.
Thank you, brother.
Great to have you here, and we'll have to do this again sometime.
Got to.
All right.
God bless y'all.
In everything give thanks to the Lord. In everything give praise to the Lord. So we gon' give him thanks all day. And we gon' give him praise all day. In everything give thanks to the Lord. In every way give praise to the Lord. So we gon' give him thanks all day. And we gon' give him praise all day.
The way I do it is different, the spirit moving within it. I had to get with the body cause I was too independent. I was out on my road, all on my own. Fake it till you make it, I posed like I was on. But the lyrics I was spitting was really just causing harm. Justified abusing the body to show my arms. Flexing for the gram, couple grams in a cannon. Jack Daniels by the handle, way more than I could manage. That party life was damaging cause it commanded me to try to one-up every buzz till I was done up. Too many nights stumbling in public. The fam telling you to man up, try to prove that you rugged. We was all bugging, we literally knew nothing about glorifying the body. Sanctity of the temple, sanity of my mental, which comes from the Lord. Wasted all this time, realized I couldn't afford it.
To the Lord. In everything give praise to the Lord. In everything give thanks to give him thanks all day. And we gon' give him praise, praise, praise all day. In everything give thanks to the Lord. In every way give praise to the Lord. We gon' give him thanks.
Spitting wickedness, livid visions and symphonies. How on earth can I live like this, paying tax to the skin I'm in? My wages death for the hours worked, he done paid me well. Many times that I ponder living a life in hell. Eternally did my journal lead to the great beyond. I read the written, the sentence fitting the path I'm on. Many evil days, my mind's a living scar. To pay the debt doesn't make the sense that done took me far. Off the beaten path, I'm close to Yahweh's wrath. How Mashiach done paid the life for the life that we had. This the rehab to take the fruit from the vine that we have. This is benefit. Serve the master and tend the crop till the harvest hit. Written language is stricken down, this is wisdom's gift. There's the proverb, quotes to ponder, takes me yonder, and now I wander. Surely goodness and mercy follows me to the altar.
In everything give thanks to the Lord. In everything give praise to the Lord. So we gon' give him thanks, thanks all day. And we gon' give him praise, praise all day. In everything give thanks to the Lord. In every way give praise to the Lord. So we gon' give him thanks, thanks all day. And we gon' give him praise, praise, praise all day.